Hey guys, how's it going? Zach Ginn here. We are finally going to wrap up our vlog series on this property. I'm going to give you exactly what you guys wanted. I'm giving you an entire breakdown of the numbers. So we're going to go over what the final profit of it. I'm going to share with you the contract that I signed to actually sell the property, how long it was on the market for, how much it actually cost me to actually buy the property, or closing costs. I'm sharing all the HUDs. Gurus, you need to be scared here because I'm showing the HUDs. You guys might want to run away for this one, but nobody shares HUDs. I'm really excited for it. I'm going to share with you what the closing costs were, the taxes, all that fun stuff. You're going to get a behind the scenes look of my business to see how much money we're actually making on these tiny little wholesale flips with no work or no rehab costs. Come on. Before we go any further, you know you need to smash that like button and subscribe to get more videos from me. All right, guys, so it's finally here. The property's sold. Everything is done. We're gonna wrap up the series on this property with this vlog. Trust me, there's a million more houses. We're gonna do more vlogs. There's gonna be so many more vlogs to go, so don't even fret about that, but we're gonna wrap up this series on this specific property. So it was a really fun one. It was a great texting lead from this one. Got a good testimonial from it, so I'm pretty happy about it. On August 6th, I actually purchased the property using my own title company, and my costs right here, as you can see on the HUD, was about $150,000. I had to pay all the closing costs on that property, and I got some money from the seller because they had to pay their proration of the tax. So what a proration of a taxes is they're paying their share of the taxes for the year. So if, let's say, taxes for the entire year was $12,000 and it is in July, that means they'd pay the $7,000 from January to July of those taxes. They'll give me the $7,000, and then at the end of the year, I'll pay the $12,000 because I got the $7,000, so I'm really only paying $5,000. So overall, the money that I had to take out of our business account here to purchase this property was $149,765.89. So that's what I gave to the title company. In exchange, I got the property. I signed the deed right here. That's my name. I'm not fudging no numbers here. This is a legitimate transaction. Again, this is online Amazon FBA drop shipping Amazon course. So this is real stuff right here. So on the 6th, we closed on that property, and that was day one of the vlog. So I basically brought Rick in the house. We looked it up. We looked at everything. We decided we didn't really want to put any money into it. And what we're going to do is the next day, we were just going to put the property on the market. So on the 7th, we put the property on the MLS and we listed it. So we had a couple days. We got a bunch of offers on the property, and we decided we took the highest and best one after a couple days. So we listed the property for $199,999. Again, it's basically $200,000 what we listed it for, but you know, the $199,999, it's all sexy. You can tell from infomercials that they sell everything for $19.99, not $20, just because it has that little psychological trick on it. So apparently that psychological trick worked very well, and we got a full price offer on August 9th. So as you can see here, this is the offer that we got on August 9th, 2020. It was for $200,000, and it was giving us a $2,000 deposit on the property. Now, there was some hurdles on this. This wasn't an entire all cash offer. This is basically a full market value, so people usually don't pay full market when it comes to cash. So this one was with a realtor. It's an as-is contract, as we do in Florida. Basically says you're buying the property as is. And as you can see here with this property, the buyer was paying more than what the average cash buyer or cash transaction would do. So they were going to get a conventional loan because they were going to live in the property. There's some hurdles when it comes to the conventional loan. As you can see, we signed the contract pretty fairly and quickly. The seller was ready to close within a month, and it was going to be a pretty smooth transaction. Didn't have to do any work to the property. All I had to do was lock it up and go through some hurdles. So some of the hurdles of selling it to a buyer that is not a cash buyer with a conventional loan. So the biggest pro, of course, is that they'll pay more than what a typical cash buyer will because they're getting financing in place on it. So that is the biggest pro. It is worth all the headaches in the world if the property can pass a couple inspections, some appraisals, and things like that. So the hurdles that we have to do when we're selling it via conventional loan with these wholesales and flips is, so the first thing we have to make sure that we got is it has to pass an inspection. So a property inspector will come into the property, inspect it, make sure there's no massive issues with the property. So it's mostly for the buyer to feel comfortable. And it's also, again, for the loan company, the mortgage company, so they can feel comfortable actually giving a loan out to a property that is in good condition with an inspection. Now, this one was a conventional loan. It was not a government-backed loan. So all of our flips and properties, we don't sell them FHA. So we don't do any FHA loans. No one buys this property with an FHA mortgage. Again, an FHA mortgage is basically a government-backed loan. You can't actually buy a property, put it back on the market within 90 days. That is the rule. So those people pay the most for the property. It costs way too much money to hold on a property for an extra 45 to 90 days via FHA. There's also stricter guidelines with that. So we just do the conventionals. The only type of government-backed loans that we do sell our properties for when we put it on the market are VA loans. So we did a conventional loan with that buyer. We pretty easily passed the inspection. The property was in really good condition. Everything went really smooth at that one. So we had to deal with the second hurdle when selling a property via loan, when we're doing our wholesale flips here, was it had to pass an appraisal. So a property appraiser had to come in there and just make sure the value of the house was good. So basically what they want to do is the mortgage company wants to make sure that the house is actually worth what it's selling for. They don't want to give you a loan for $200,000 if the property is worth $100,000. They just want to make sure there's no fraud or anything bad happening to the property. So it appraised pretty easily. I think it appraised for like $220,000, $230,000. I don't know my numbers on that one, but it appraised. Usually they appraise more than what the contract price is, so you're always good on that one. Now, I'm not going to get a rant on property appraisals because property appraisals I think are utter nonsense and they're actually not true, but that's just me. I'm not going to get that rant. That's for realtors to talk about. And lastly, the only true hurdles that we had to go through is making sure the buyer had the right financing and the underwriting was fine on the property. I wanted to make sure the buyer actually passed their financing, so make sure that they had a good credit score, they had a good W-2 job, and they were able to actually get their loan accepted because they have to go to the mortgage company with the loan, make sure they got pre-approval letters, all that fun jazz. So at the end of it, they all got approved and the closing was ready to go. So in between there, I actually had zero rehab costs. So again, yes, I had to pay for utilities, electricity, things like that. We didn't have any insurance on the property just because we're going to sell it within 15, 16 days and there's no hurricanes. I didn't really have to worry about that. It was a pretty standard house. So our only real cost on the property was just keeping the electricity and the water on, which is pretty good. Like I've said, this is the no work flip. So exactly 26 days later, I sold the property. And I wish I had a nice vlog. I went to the title company, brought the camera, made it all cool and everything, showed you everything. But I actually did a virtual closing on this one. So I just basically virtually, I signed all the paperwork and did it all like that. It was pretty simple. I signed it, scanned it, sent it. It was pretty easy. Didn't want to risk COVID. I'm not scared of getting COVID over there, but I just wanted to be safe. You never know. Wanted to protect some of the people there, protect me. Didn't go to the title company there, just virtually did it there. I had more time where I could spend going on appointments doing that. It was very advantageous for me to do that. And here are the numbers. And so here is the closing HUD statement for me selling the property. This is where most real estate YouTubers start screaming and squealing and get scared because Zach, you're actually showing the real numbers here. In total, I had to pay to the buyer. We had no commissions for us. Rick owns a real estate brokerage, so basically we don't pay any commissions on actually selling our properties. We can get a whole different story on that one, but that's just the advantages you have when you own a real estate brokerage. So at the end of the day, on that day, we got wired the amount of $186,213.13. So that's pretty good, right? I had to pay the closing costs of that. Those are the closing costs in total that I paid to actually sell the property, since the seller had to pay the closing costs on this one, which was me. I basically received $186,213.13. And in total, I paid $149,765.89, giving me a gross profit of who's right here? Was I right? Did we make 40K on it? Did we make 35K? Who was right? In total, I'm not going to make you do the mental math. $447.24. So gross profit wise, Rick was right. It was roughly around $35,000, not 40. I thought we could get a little more for the property, but whatever. I'm always trying to shoot for the moon, right? $36,477.24. I'm not gonna complain on that. Again, you'd be like, Zach, but what about your $20,000 rehab cost? I didn't, look, I showed you the property. I mean, look at the property. I didn't put any money into it. I literally put it on the market the next day. No renovations. The only cost I had, this was the true profit of it, I spent about $200 just to pay for the electricity and the water, and basically that's it. The taxes on the property that I had to pay for was all in the closing costs, so technically those are the costs in there too involved. But overall, the rehab and everything was $0, $200 for maintenance, and that was it. Our net profit is $36,242.12. So overall, we made maybe, I think like $1,200 to $1,300 more than what Rick expected. But again, I'm not going to complain from a texting deal. I mean, maybe we spent $500 on batchleads.io/Zach actually getting the deal. So spent maybe $500 to $1,000 actually getting that deal. So to make $36,000 more or less. So I'm not really complaining on that one. That's a good one. It's not the killer $50,000 deals that we usually do, but it's a pretty good one. I wanted to share a actual texting lead that I do because I share a lot of direct mail and probate deals, but this one was a little less conventional. I think this was more of an average for most real estate investors out there. Most real estate investors don't do any work to the property, make $36,000, but $36,000 is probably the average for most of them. So I think it'd be cool just to be real and share just, you know, a typical average deal, nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. Good day's work after a month just from one deal. So I'm really excited about that one. I just love sharing the numbers with you, showing you how legitimate we are here, my company. So I love it so much, guys. So I really appreciate you guys watching these vlogs and hearing me actually share everything. It means the world to me. So thank you guys so much. Again, vlog number 4 is going to be a new property. This one, I promise you, we're making a lot more than $36,000 on it. The rehab is going to be within $2,000, and we're shooting for $50,000 in profit for this one. So it's going to be a fun one, but I'm going to keep you stay tuned for that one. That's going to be a fun one. That's going to be vlog number 4. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, a quick bonus for you guys. I decided I'm going to try something new. So I want to put like 3 new books behind all my videos. Sometimes I do this little setting in here, just to show you some really good books and recommendations that I do like that help me a lot in real estate investing. So I got a million books I can do. So these are, I'm gonna give about 3 books every single time just behind me, just to share with you guys. So this one, if you guys can see it, this one is 40 Days to Success in Real Estate Investing by Robert Sheeman. This is actually the first book I read when I got into real estate investing. Sold it from my dad's library. So honestly, one of the best books I think I've read. It helps me a lot. This book was written in, let me see here. This book was written in 2005. So it's a really good one. It's got some old verbiage on it. This is just, it's sentimental value towards me. I mean, it's not the greatest real estate investing book in the world. It's a really good one. I love Robert Sheeman. Great dude. So this one is Awaken the Giant Within. This is actually a really old copy. This was, I mean, this book's definitely older than me. So this book is from 1991. This is my dad's one too. This is his copy of it. So it's Awaken the Giant Within. Stole it from him. I read this book maybe 2 to 3 times a year. It's honestly a really good one. I got my copy too, but I wanted to share the OG version from 1991 with you, so I thought it was a pretty good one. And here's the last one. This is actually Cash Flow Quadrant from Robert Kiyosaki. Now, I have a lot of things about Robert Kiyosaki. He likes to sell a lot of stuff. He sells gold. Like, he's definitely got his incentives, but he's really helped a lot of real estate investors get started in the business and actually get into the space of financial freedom. So I think he's a really good guy. This is a pretty good book. It's not 100% real estate related, but just talks about cash flow, just a guide to financial freedom. It's a pretty good one. It's not Rich Dad Poor Dad, but I really like this one. Those are the 3 books behind me that I really recommend and love. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. More vlogs on the way, I promise you. I can't wait to share them with you. So that's it, guys. Zach Ginn here, signing out. Have a blessed day.